morning, happy Monday. So I'm having my porridge this morning. So I've got my Super Goodness porridge in the bowl, and I've got my almond milk. I'll show you that properly in a minute. But just on how I make it, so it says on the box that it's 170 ml of milk if you fill the packet up to the line. Well, I don't do it quite up to the line because I like to add a bit more milk later. So just pour that in. Give it a stir. And stick that in the microwave for 1.5 minutes on high. And then we'll see what the next step is. That's been in for 1.5 minutes, and I would say that definitely needs a splash more milk. You can measure it. Last week I measured 200 ml out in a jug, but I'm fairly confident that I've got less than 200 ml there, which would be 1 sin for almond milk. And then I've got some frozen strawberries. I'm just going to put them in. Stray banana there, I'm not going to eat that. Don't like frozen banana. And then I'm just going to put that in for a further minute. So yeah, microwave for a further minute. And there we go, the fruit's nicely defrosted. So yeah, the porridge is the Healthy Extra B, so that's Super Goodness Super Fruits, that's my Healthy Extra B. Then I'm using almond milk, so this particular one, which is the Alpro Almond Unsweetened Milk, is the whole litre is your Healthy Extra A, or it's half a sin for 100 ml. So I've got 1 sin in there, or I'll use it as part of my Healthy Extra A. And then I'm just going to squirt some fruit syrup dark in for half a sin. Let's get the lid off. Give that a squirt. And then my strawberry and mango fruit tea from Aldi. This is what I have for my Monday and Wednesday lunch, I think. I'll confirm that later in the week. But I just thought I'd show you what it looks like before I cut it all up and everything, because I'm going to do it into 2 portions. So this is from Tesco, and it's Moroccan spiced chicken breast fillets, and it's 3 sins for the pack, so it's going to be 1.5 sins for each portion. There's 2 breasts in there, and it says chicken marinated in Moroccan spices with chickpeas and apricots. So that looks really, really nice. Skinless, boneless chicken breast fillets in a tomato and apricot tagine sauce with butternut squash, apricots, chickpeas, ras el hanout, spicy sprinkle and pumpkin seeds garnish. So as I say, that's 3 sins. I'm going to split that into 2, and I'm going to serve that with stir fry. But I will come back and show you when it's all cut up. But I just thought I'd show you what it looks like now, because it's something new that I'm trying, so I'll let you know. And if you look at the whole range of the sort of chicken things in Tesco, chicken that comes in trays, they are on offer at 2 for £6.50, so it's worth having a look. Right, so here's my lunch. I've got half of the Moroccan spiced chicken for 1.5 sins, plus half a bag of stir fry veg. Then I've got apple and nectarine and a diet lemonade. Now I'm going to cook the chicken for later. Once again, that's just thinking a meal ahead. And I'm going to enjoy this. It smells nice anyway, so I'll try and remember to let you know what I think of it later. Well, I have just finished work, but I've come on to confess a bit of a slip up. I've had another crap day. Well, no, it was a good day work-wise, task-wise, but we had another email where there's been more revelations about stuff that's going on. So I'm really quite angry and I've got a headache again. But when I came down to make a drink at 3 o'clock and I opened the cupboard and saw Andrew's biscuit tin, I ate one of his fruit shortcake biscuits. Obviously I couldn't go into all this, I couldn't record at the time because I was working. So I had one of these which are 2 tins each, which are not actually as bad as I thought, but I dipped it in some Sweet Freedom choc pot, which I'm going to count 2 sins for because I dipped it in and then I had a couple of fingerfuls worth, and that is why I can't have Nutella in the house, because if I eat this then the damage is not too bad, but if I eat Nutella then I can't stop and the damage is really bad. So I'm going to count 4 sins for that, plus my 1.5 sins. But I'm going out with Alfie now and I've got a fitness stretch later. So yeah, I'm not perfect guys and I'm struggling at the moment. I'm trying really hard to keep on plan, but it's really hard because all I want is just to eat for comfort. I just have to keep reminding myself how far I've come, and you know what I've achieved in my personal life as well as my professional life. In this last 2 years I've achieved a hell of a lot, and it feels like it's been taken away from me in my professional life. Anyway, before I get too upset or ranty, I'll go out and pound the pavements. Thanks for listening guys. So my Monday evening meal is my chicken roast dinner. So Andrew's chopped up the chicken breast, then we've got oxo roasties and a big pile of veg, so peas, carrots, broccoli and cauliflower, and then I've got 2 sins of the gravy. What make is it again? Schwartz chicken gravy, and I've got 2 sins for my portion. And then I've got the Muller Light Coffee Shop gingerbread latte and an orange juice. Fitness stretch done. There are no words. I couldn't even remember where I'd parked the car. Just to prove I'm not doing this in my own driveway, there's the gym. It's a good way to get the frustration out though. I'll see you when I get home. Evening. Recovered a bit now on the drive home, so I'm going to answer some questions from day 5. So Vanessa says, lovely vlog again. I'm throwing my scales away. I weighed myself before group. It said I put on 2 pounds. I nearly didn't go to group, but Slimming World scale said I'd lost 2 pounds. My question for you is, since losing weight, what do you think the biggest difference is in you and your lifestyle now? Well, I think today is a prime example. I've got up despite feeling a bit down and a bit, you know, like I've made a couple of slip-ups with eating Andrew's biscuits. He doesn't know yet. You know, I've actually gone out and done some exercise. Yeah, I'll tell you in a minute. Let me finish this. So, just exercise in general is a big, feel a bit high there, is a big change to my life. Before we would have just spent evenings sat on the sofa watching telly and eating, just doing nothing. My eating plan has obviously changed a hell of a lot. I'm eating a lot more fruit and vegetables and a lot more healthier foods. I'm eating less fatty foods, less chocolate and crisps, although they still feature in my sins. My diet's changed a hell of a lot and my confidence has changed and improved, and that might be more to do with the YouTube as well. But I've a lot more confidence, and even though, you know, I've had these problems at work, I've dealt with them in a much more confident and positive manner. Not positive, that's probably the wrong word, but
I've tackled the problems head on, which I wouldn't have been able to do before. And what I can say is, I know, this is going to sound a bit big-headed, but I know I've achieved something astounding in my personal life this past 18 months, and I can take something from that and apply it to my whole life. So yeah, I'm getting a bit emotional now, but to think about what I've achieved on my weight loss journey, nearly 12 stone in 18 months, gives me power, and it feeds everything else in my life. So yeah, that's the answer to that question. I'll just go through and see if there's any other questions. I've got some plans for taster, which I'll talk about on Wednesday, because our group is having its taster. Got quite a few comments because there's no more questions from Thursday's vlog, but keep those questions coming in. I know I've got some questions from Friday's vlog, but I will tackle those in later vlogs. But thanks for your questions, keep them coming, and we've got the whole month to tackle them. And if one day I don't have any questions, then I'll ask you a question. Right, I'm going to make a coffee and get my snacks ready. I have my evening snack, so I have my coffee with almond milk for my Healthy Extra A, and the rest of my Healthy Extra A in a regular Baby Bell. Then I have Sensations Poppadoms for 3 cents, the lime and coriander flavour, and a Rocky Road Hi-Fi bar. Just fancy one of those. Don't often have them, but just fancy one. So I end the day on 13.5 sins. Despite a small slip up, I have counted the sins for it, and I am still, that is another day on plan. I have to still go make my breakfast for tomorrow, but I will do that because I want to be on plan tomorrow. And it's not easy, but we'll do it. I've just come back on to show you my measurements that I was talking about. So as you can see, I've lost quite a few inches since starting. Andrew tells me it's 64 inches all over. So back in June, I actually started Slimming World in April 2016, but I didn't take any measurements till June. So back in June, my upper arm was 19 inches, it's now 14. Hips were 64, it's now 46. Thigh was 32, it's now 25. Waist was 58, it's now 40. And chest was 56, and it's now 40 as well. So that's going from bursting out of a size 32 to fitting snugly in a size 16. And you can see even from July 17 that I have lost inches. So despite that little gain last week, we are still making progress.